Hello everybody, welcome back to another workout with Raya. I'm going to change this up a little bit slightly because if you have not heard the news, I'm actually, as of today, 18 weeks pregnant, which is very exciting with my first baby. So I'm going to be doing some pregnancy safe workouts, but this does not mean that it's only good for pregnant people. This is good for anyone, literally anyone and everyone come and join in on this workout. But the reason why I'm calling it a pregnancy workout is just because we're going to be doing movements that are considered fairly safe in pregnancy. But I do have to say a few things. If you are not used to exercising and now you're pregnant and you want to begin, make sure that you actually see your GP or health professional to get personalized advice on where you should start, because usually they recommend to start off really slow, like even 5 minutes of movement or fully body weight, no weights. Every single person's body is different and every single pregnancy is different. So make sure as you're doing certain movements, if you feel any level of discomfort or are worried about anything, please stop, do not continue, do not push through. It is not worth the risk. If you're pregnant, you probably know that your body has so much of the hormone relaxin running through it. It's literally a good thing. It's like preparing our body to end up giving birth to our babies, but it can actually increase the chance of injury because it does relax the muscles in a way where you could get injured a lot easier than normal. So again, just making sure you're taking it easy, listening to your body, only working out to your own abilities. There are always so many different alternative exercises if something doesn't feel right for you. So don't feel like you can't do anything at all. Maybe just change it up to something that you know does feel comfortable and feel good. Today, what we're going to be doing is a 10 to 15 minute lower body session. All we need is a set of dumbbells. If you do not have dumbbells, you can still do this workout just with your body weight. Make sure, as I'm going to be explaining the exercises we're doing today, you're using this time to warm up a little bit, whether that's just like walking on the spot, marching high knees on the spot, whether it's like just doing some twists, doing some stretches that involve movement. So instead of having a static stretch, it's going to be like a moving kind of stretch, just to get everything warmed up before we begin. We're just going to be doing 3 exercises in this workout today. We've got a goblet squat, which is where you're going to be holding a dumbbell at your chest. Again, you can do it body weight if you prefer. Keeping your chest upright, we're just going to be lowering down into that squat. Our second exercise is going to be a reverse lunge. If you're finding that separating your legs is a little bit difficult, depending on how far along you are in your pregnancy at the moment, just making sure that you don't use any weight if that's the case, and you can even hold on to something. So you can hold on to the wall or something like that as you're doing this to keep yourself nice and steady, or else just go back and double up on the squats if you feel safer and more comfortable doing a squat with both legs together rather than in that lunge position. But otherwise, we've got our reverse lunge. So you're just going to be lowering your back knee down towards the floor to create a right angle with both knees. Again, keeping your chest upright the whole time. Our third exercise is going to be a Romanian deadlift. With a lot of lower body exercises, I wouldn't recommend doing like unilateral, like just single leg. So we're going to make sure that we stick to our double leg, so both legs at the same time, keeping your feet about hip distance apart. The dumbbells are going to be in front of you, softening your knees, and we're going to be mainly working the back of the legs, so the hamstrings, as we go down into our Romanian deadlift. The dumbbells go to about mid-shin. Squeeze your bum at the top of each rep, making sure that your dumbbell stays close to you as possible. So don't let them come out wide. That's going to put a lot of impact on your back and it may cause an injury. So keeping the dumbbells really close to your body at all time, like they're pretty much like skinning past my legs the whole time. And then you're just going to keep your legs fairly stiff. So just to soften at the knees, right down to mid-shin, and then straight back up, squeeze the glutes. Don't hyperextend at the back either. It can switch things off a little bit. So just squeezing your glutes and standing up straight. There's no need to stand back further like you'll see some videos of some people doing. Soft knees, keeping the dumbbells really close to your legs the whole time, right until mid-shin, and then squeezing your glutes at the top. That is a Romanian deadlift. So we're going to be doing these 3 exercises. We have 10 of each, and then we're either going to choose to do 3 or 4 rounds depending on how you're feeling. I'm going to be doing 4 rounds with you today, but if you need to stop at 3, just know any movement is amazing, especially if you're not really used to doing many resistance workouts. Make sure that you start slow and then you can increase as you go along depending on how you're feeling and depending on how you pull up afterwards. Exercising during pregnancy is so beneficial to prepare your body for labor, keep yourself moving nice and strong. It literally is like proven to actually reduce labor time and everything as well, and even help with recovery afterwards. So It is really, really important to try and keep our bodies moving, but just remember, any sort of movement's good, even if you're going to go for a walk, going for a swim is really, really good as well. Just make sure that you do talk to your health professional about things you should avoid and things that you should include in your exercise program. But otherwise, come along with me for some fun. To make sure that your glutes actually switched on for all the other exercises we're going to do. Depending on how far along you are in your pregnancy, you may not feel comfortable at all laying on your back. For a lot of months of pregnancy, it's actually recommended to spend as less time on your back as possible. So we're only going to be here for about 30 seconds just to really get the glutes fired up a little bit. If you prefer just to be doing like a wall sit or something against the wall, or even with a fit ball, and staying upright, definitely go do that instead. But otherwise, come and follow me. We're going to be laying on our back. We've got our feet about hip distance apart. Our heels are going to be pushed through the floor the whole time. And all we're going to be doing is literally just lifting up our hips and doing like a pelvic tilt and squeezing your glutes right at the top of that. And we're just going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower it back down. From here, up again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down. Making sure that you don't puff up at your chest at all. We're keeping our upper body nice and still and flat, and we're just lifting up our hips, really squeezing the bum muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming back down again. You can either stay there, or I'm gonna actually add a pulse at the top and then come back down again. So you can either stay normal, or else we're gonna do a pulse or another little quarter of a rep and then straight back down, or else you can just stay with the normal hip thrust, the normal hold at the top. Little bit of a pulse and back down. Awesome. All right, you can now stay there, or else we're going to join the two together. So I'm going to do a little pulse at the top and then still hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another little pulse and then slowly back down. Up again with a pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulse again and then lower it back down. We're just going to do a few more reps here. Little pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down. We've just got 2 more reps. You should be feeling a nice burn in the glutes, guys, as they're warmed up there. 2, 1, little pulse and back down. We have 1 more rep. So a pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a little pulse, and then lower it back down. So hopefully that has now really engaged your glute muscles. And now we're going to begin with our 3 weighted exercises, or body weight exercises if you'd prefer. All right, let's begin, guys. We're just picking out 1 weight for our goblet squats. So we're going to start with our 10 goblet squats here. So getting down nice and deep and then keeping your chest upright the whole time. We've just got 10 reps. This is our first set. So we're going to try and get out 3 sets, and then if you're still keen to keep going with me, we'll go for a 4th set as well. Last one. Perfect. And then you're going to pick up the other weight, and we're going to go for our reverse lunges. So we have 10 to each side here. 1, keeping your chest upright again. 2, trying to get that back knee now down close to the floor so that you're in like a right ankle position with both legs. Nice. That's 5. 6, I definitely am getting more puff now that I am pregnant. 7. 8, last couple. Remember, you can just drop the weights if you need, put your hand up against a wall if you need, to help with balance a little bit. Still holding onto the weights, we're gonna go straight into our Romanian deadlifts, then we'll put the weights down and have a quick break before we go into our 2nd set. Feet hip distance apart, soften your knees. We're keeping our legs fairly straight, but just make sure your knees are soft. All the way to mid-shin, keeping those weights pulled really close in towards your body the whole time. We've got 10 here. Squeezing our glutes at the top of each rep. And you're even pulling your shoulder blades down as well. So don't let them come forward and like roll over. We're pulling them down. So here, Instead of it being loose, you're pulling them down. Sorry, I just had to say that there. That's 5. 5 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Putting the weights down. Give yourself a shake out. That is our first set done. We're going to try and do at least 2 more, and we're going to do a 4th one if you're game and if you're keen to stay along the journey with me. One other thing I definitely recommend if you're pregnant is to have your drink bottle nearby, because you can overheat so much more easier when you're pregnant. I don't know if you have noticed that as a symptom, but definitely I get hotter way easier, and it's really proven that we can overheat a lot easier being pregnant. So make sure you have a water bottle nearby just so you can have a drink whenever you need some. Whenever you're doing physical activity, of course, it's important. All right, we're gonna start our second set of our goblet squats. All the way to 10. Remember, put down the weights if you prefer just to do body weight. 9 and 10. Picking up our other weight if you're using them. We're going to go into our reverse lunges. 10 to each side. Five, all the way to 10, 7, 9, last one on each side, 10, still holding onto the weight. We're going to go into our Romanian deadlifts. We have 10 of these. Good, a couple more. Perfecto! Weights down. Another shake of your body. Well done, guys. That is 2 down. We have 1 or 2 more sets to go. Whew. Have another quick rest. Whew. Oh man, yeah, it's just insane how easy I get puffed now. And I know it's only going to get worse and worse as this baby gets heavier. Even in my runs this morning, I went for a 5K run this morning and my legs started feeling so heavy by just like about 4.5K. I was like, my legs usually do not feel this heavy on a 5K, but I have put on around about 2.5 kilos so far. Everyone's different, by the way. Do not think that you need to put on a certain amount. There are recommendations that they say is usually a healthy amount to put on during pregnancy, but obviously, so you can kind of follow them loosely, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. I think at the moment mine says the amounts for how many weeks I am are around about 3.5 kilos, but I think I've probably lost a little tiny bit of muscle, so I think 2.4 kilos is what I've currently put on, and I feel really good. Like, I just feel like it's the amount that I need to have gained. You know what I mean? It's a healthy amount. Alrighty, we're gonna start our third set. So we have 10 goblet squats, our third set. So this might be your last one if you've decided to do 3, or else it will be your second last one if you're doing 4 with me. I'm gonna go all the way for 10 reps. Nine and 10, perfect. If you're using the weights, pick the other one up, put them by your side. We're gonna go for our 10 reverse lunges here. Nice. This is actually really good for balance. It's good to try and keep your balance on point while you're pregnant, because it is one thing that can easily go. Just with our body changing so much every day. Last couple of reps. 1 more each side. Perfect. And we're in our feet are hip distance apart. We've got our 10 Romanian deadlifts. If you're stopping at 3 rounds, this is your last exercise, guys. Last couple, last one, and 10, well done. If you're done there, congratulations. If not, have another quick breather, grab a drink if you need it, and then we're gonna go straight onto our 4th and final set of these bad boys. Alrighty, so picking up the weight. Last set, guys. We've got our 10 goblet squats to start off with. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Last set of these. And our lower body's going to be feeling good. Last couple. Good. No more squats. If you're using the weights, pick it up. All right, our 10 reverse lunges here. Last set of lunges for the day, guys. You're doing so well. Good, last few on each side. That's 9, one more each side. 10, so good for hip distance apart. All right, last exercise and then we are done. Our 10 Romanian deadlifts. 2. Let's go all the way to 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are done. That was amazing. Good job, guys. Give yourself another shake out of the legs. Make sure that you spend some time doing a little bit of stretches, whether that's any sort of glute stretches, quad, hammies. We kind of worked all the lower body muscle groups just then, so make sure you do some stretches. One thing I find really helps me feel like, because my hips are getting a little bit more uncomfortable now that they're growing, preparing to give birth to my baby, I find the stretch that really opens up my hips the best is one where I just literally lean side to side. Lean my knees one side and then to the other side. I find this one just really, really helps loosen up my hips. Even in the middle of the night, I find myself doing this in bed if I'm really uncomfortable and can't get to sleep. But otherwise, there's like glute stretches that you can do like this, getting down nice and low. There's hammy stretches. You can even just do the normal one like this and then getting up nice and slow. Spend a few minutes having a stretch. Well done, you're amazing. I'll see you next time with another pregnancy-friendly workout. We'll do upper body next time. So make sure you do subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be posting so much more pregnancy content. I even post like a lot of my vlogs, just how I'm feeling this pregnancy. Man, there's so many workouts on my channel. So if you need more workouts, there's so many short ones like that that still would be really good for pregnancy. In my Workout with Raya playlist, there's also like a dumbbell program playlist. There's an ab challenge playlist, which obviously a lot of the ab exercises may not suit during pregnancy, but some of them definitely will. So make sure you have a look through and see what you'd like to do. There's so many resources here. Make sure you like this video, comment if you've done it, just so that I know who's doing it alongside me. And I shall see you next time. Bye.